me help you with your vision, they losing their sight here. Time to send the world a message they might hear. Like Meek Mills, I'm making it quite clear. I'm chasing my dreams and fighting my nightmares. I'm going real hard, I'm talking words you understand, I'm talking real bars. I'm going everywhere, you know I'm talking real far. Yeah, it's time to raise a toast to this thing to the uttermost. As I go from coast to coast, I'm talking north side, I'm talking south side, I'm talking east side, I'm talking west side. I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, it's time to let you know how I spit it when I flow. When I go and light a fuse and I set to let it blow. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide. Yeah, time to check my status and the GOAT is what it be. And you know I'm over 30, so my level is a G. And I may be from the hood, but I'm way beyond these streets. And my pockets hate a diet, so they always down to eat. Even though they screaming fame, and it's always spelling me. And I'll never hang it up till my mission is complete. And I'm looking at you haters, I suggest you take a seat. Cause it's all fun and games to a killer show his teeth. This is for them cats that be screaming homies. Claiming that you're real, but we know you're phony. Now I'm chillin' with my sons, they my one and only. Like the Triller Brothers, yeah, we screamin' lions only. Step into this den, I welcome all who will dare. Never met a David, tell me whom shall I fear? Gotta rep the nation, black and gold is what I wear. If you look to your left, to your right, I'm everywhere. I'm talking worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, I'm going worldwide, yeah.
Roxamore Sports Live, hello and welcome everybody to another fantastic evening of boys varsity soccer. It is October 6th, and man, oh man, do we got a loaded night here, ranging from, of course, Breast Cancer Awareness Month, as well as Senior Recognition Month, and, of course, National Coaches Day. Special shout out to all those coaches out there here at Woodland Hills and Keystone Oaks and abroad. Tonight's game is the boys varsity soccer with Woodland Hills going against Keystone Oaks. And I gotta say, the record is pretty balanced for the most part. I mean, Woodland Hills has a record of 5-6. Keystone Oaks has a record of 6-5 and one neutral game. Last game Keystone Oaks played was between South Allegheny and, of course, Keystone Oaks. And Keystone Oaks came out victorious by quite a large margin there. They came out 7-1 as the victor. And as for Woodland Hills, last time we saw them was back in September 29th. They came out as unfortunately for them, not so victorious that night, as they came out 0-1 playing against South Park. But so far, just a reminder, the record is 5-6. So we shall see what comes of this evening. Right now, Keystone Oaks is in possession of the ball, and it is quite a special night here at the Woodland Hills Soccer Arena, as we have a number of fans from both schools this time. A lot from Keystone Oaks. I'm actually right in their section, so if I get any of the names incorrect, I'm sure they're going to start yelling at me. But, of course, there's plenty over on the right-hand side of the stand here. Plenty from Woodland Hills cheering on these athletes, as it is Woodland Hills that takes possession of the ball, brings it back down to midfield, and loses the ball. Now, the Keystone Eagles, Keystone Oak Eagles, actually have a pretty impressive record, not just this year, but last year and the year before that as well. Tonight, it seems like they have quite a number of seasoned athletes on their side, working to their advantage, as well as Woodland Hills. And because it is Senior Recognition Night, let me give you a special shout out of all the seniors that are here tonight. We have number 1, Ilon Butler. Number 3, John Bauer. Number 4, Yves Agabado. Number 6, Ethan DeCrosta. Number 7, Jack Radigan. Number 12, Kyle Glantz. Number 30, Michael Alvarado. Number 32, Chris Crivy. And that is tonight's seniors here for the Woodland Hills Boys Varsity Soccer. Again, Keystone Oaks, they have quite a few seasoned players themselves. They have some seniors here on the field. Right now, it looks like they had a little bit of a rough moment there as they lost opportunity to the ball. Woodland Hills. A powerful kick going right to midfield. Woodland Hills taking back the ball and kicking it back to midfield. Handing it down over to Keystone Oaks. Keystone Oaks has possession, dribbles it past the midfield of Woodland Hills. But again, it is, of course, National Coach Day, October 6th. So we want to give a special shout out to coach staff Christopher Conti, Ken Thomas, and of course athletic director Angela Frank and trainer Bob Freund. As a famous U.S. Olympic soccer gold medalist Julia Fari once said, sports not only build better athletes, but also better characters. And boy, is that true. If you get to know any of these athletes here on the field, you will know that they have transformed over the years, not only athletically, but characteristically. And what a catch that was by Keystone Oaks. Butler attempted to grab that ball there, but lost it. Giving Woodland Hills the throw-in. Let's see. We got Alan Butler with the throw-in. Oh, actually, they're switching it up a notch. Jacob with the throw-in. Actually, that's Kyle Glantz. Butler attempts to make a pass, but that pass is denied as it's strategically kicked over the sideline by the defense from Keystone Oaks. Butler with the throw-in. Throw-in makes it into the penalty box area. And just kicked outside of the goal box area and over the goal line. Keystone Oaks with the goal kick. An athlete with a phenomenal distance on these kicks, as well as speed. The ref blows the whistle there, giving Keystone Oaks the field kick. Ball goes to Woodland Hills, but it looks like Keystone has a slight advantage here as they had the midfield blocked off. Woodland Hills with the throw-in. Looks like Keystone is taking back possession of the ball. And it's almost certain that they're uncontended here as they have the ball. The Woodland Hills is coming in fast and furious. Ball is now in midfield, with the Keystone Oaks in possession. Ball heading over to Yves Abogado. And it appears that he tried to kick it over the sideline to divert the pressure from the penalty box area on Woodland Hills. A incomplete pass there as Woodland Hills takes back the ball, and the ball slips over the sideline. Number 24 from Keystone Oaks with the throw-in. And so far, the passing is phenomenal by Keystone as they approach the penalty box area with diligent passing and good judgment. An attempted shot there, but the placement of Woodland Hills defense denied that shot from being made, namely by Eves. Goal kick made, heading over to midfield. And back to midfield, over to Woodland Hills side. And no good. And of course, as we like to do, we would like to thank all of you guys for joining us here on the Roxamore Sports broadcast to enjoy this coverage of tonight's game on Senior Recognition Night for Woodland Hills. Woodland Hills going against Keystone Oaks. And Keystone Oaks with an impressive record, a powerful team. Although Woodland Hills has proved to be quite the challenge for a number of schools that they competed against. Right now, it's the Keystone Oaks Eagles in the penalty box area for the Woodland Hills Wolverines. And ball over the sideline there. Looked like an attempted pass. Incomplete, though. And a long-distance shot there. Incomplete, though. Woodland Hills offense proving to be a formidable foe. However, the defense from Keystone Oaks Eagles is surely proving to be quite very much factual, as they were able to deny any shots or any ground from being gained too far into the Keystone Oaks side of the field. Right now, it's Woodland Hills with the goal kick. And Keystone Oaks with the throw-in. Number 21, tossing the ball in. Ball is in Woodland Hills' possession as it gets passed down to number 10 of Woodland Hills. Woodland Hills has possession of the ball as they bring it down to the penalty box area. But that is pushed away, back over the sideline. Ball is in midfield. And Woodland Hills is gaining some ground here outside the penalty box area. And now inside, offside, referee says. Giving Keystone Oaks the penalty kick here. Being that close to the defense, it's easy to lose mind of where you are and potentially go offsides, such as what we have seen there. Though that is all speculative, as we are just observing the athletes rather than observing the mind of the athletes. But now it is Keystone Oaks proving to be quite the danger as they brought the ball down to Woodland Hills' penalty box, although the defense managed to kick it over the sideline, but in a little bit of a distance and giving more time for the defense to react. Walker makes the kick. And the kick makes it to midfield. And it looks like potentially Woodland Hills has a breakaway, but unfortunately for them, that breakaway was kicked away by a very effective defense by Keystone Oaks. Woodland Hills taking it from the corner into the penalty box area. Defense acting as a wall, manages to block any pass that could have proved very deadly for Keystone Oaks. But yet again, Woodland Hills with the corner shot. It seems to be just slightly effective, but they have no coverage for the offense as the defense manages to take the ball, push it back down to midfield. And to my eyes, it looks like Keystone Oaks has possession of the ball rather confidently as they bring it past midfield down to Woodland Hills side. Michael Alvarado manages to block that pass from being made by Keystone. Butler had the ball temporarily, but lost it to an interception there. Woodland Hills with the throw-in. And again, it is a wonderful night here. It's not too cold. It's we're not too far in the fall yet, anyhow. But the crowd here from both Keystone Oaks as well as Woodland Hills is absolutely ecstatic. And we have quite a bleacher fill here as both schools have appeared to show up in full spirit. Family, friends, and all. And, of course, there's you, the viewers. Which, once again, we would like to welcome you all. For those of you just now tuning in to the Roxamore Sports broadcast, we're coming to you live and proud here at the Woodland Hills Wolverine. I got my fields mixed up for a second. I had to think about that twice. We are at the Woodland Hills Soccer Arena. Wolverine is for football. Huh. Thrown by Keystone Oaks.
Keystone Oaks,
Ajib Trishta is now on the field for Keystone Oaks as a substitute. And Keystone Oaks loses that rush to the ball, as well as Woodland Hills, as it goes over the sideline, but works in the favor as they get the throw-in. And ball approaching back over to the penalty box area, right into Walker's hands. Ball is secured by Woodland Hills. A missed pass there. Woodland Hills, number 27, Jacob Morose, intended to catch that ball there, but lost that ball. It wasn't quite in the correct place to be at. Alvarado passes it to Butler. And the ball goes over the sideline. Butler with the throw-in. Looks like he's going to aim it over to the left on the field. Hands the ball over to number 28, Ivan Ramali. And so far, Woodland Hills' blocking strategy has proved to work very much in their favor as they've taken back possession of the ball. The offense from Keystone Oaks has managed to block the pass. A pass intended for Ivan, broken by Keystone Oaks. And the offense there by Ivan managed to block the pass by number 14 of Keystone Oaks. Fantastic dribbling there by Keystone Oaks. As the ball is kicked over the sideline by the defense. And just roughly 21 minutes to go on the clock here. The score is 0-0. So far, so good. The defense and offense by both teams has managed to keep the score stagnant. And it's a bit hard to say of who has the advantage here or who has the ball mostly in their possession, as it seems to go back and forth like a game of tennis, a tennis ball, to both sides of the field. Doesn't seem to be a common denominator of who has the ball the most. A sign of effective gameplay and team strategy. Woodland Hills back in possession, though the offense by Keystone is quite formidable as they have gained traction onto Woodland Hills' side of the field. Ivan. And ball just scrapes along the sideline there, but it's still in the field. A pass made to midfield. Taken briefly by Keystone, but back in possession to Woodland Hills. An unintended pass over to the goalie.
Ball for the raffle baskets. Last call for raffle baskets at 50-50, which will be drawn at the half. Last call. Get your tickets.
And again, we just want to bring your attention over to Breast Cancer Awareness Month. Typically, we wear pink around Breast Cancer Awareness Month. It goes from October 1st to October 31st. A little bit of history behind the pink ribbon is it is a symbol for breast cancer awareness, mostly because it affects the female sex, although it hasn't been known to affect male sex as well, but it's typically affects females, which is a gender that is symbolized by the color pink, as well as that color represents the fear of breast cancer and hope for the future. So if you have any pink in your wardrobe, be sure to wear quite a bit throughout this month to show support to anybody that may have breast cancer or cancer in general. As our heroes, the doctors and scientists in the medical field, work to find better solutions and hopefully a cure within a lifetime. Going back to the game, Woodland Hills is losing ground here on their own side of the field as Keystone takes back the ball, brings it to the penalty box area, and manages to keep the ball outside of the penalty box area as the ball goes over the sideline, though Keystone back in possession of the ball with the throw-in. Correction. They have a field kick here. Just less than 20 minutes here to go on the clock for the first half of the game. Now this could be potentially the first goal made this evening, which would be brought by Keystone Oaks. Though no goal made there, as the ball leaves the penalty box area, heads back to midfield, goes past, and ends up at the feet of Keystone Oaks goalie. Passing is absolutely fantastic here by Keystone Oaks as they are gaining ground further down on Woodland Hills' side of the field, putting pressure on the defense and offense of Woodland Hills. Ball goes to Woodland Hills. Yves Agbodo, the kick here. Yves lines up the shot. Gains quite a distance there. Headbutt, knocks it over. Alvarado makes a pass over to Butler, but that pass is broken by Keystone. Now it is Keystone that is gaining ground here on the field as the ball is around the midfield area. Now heading over to the penalty box. So far, the dribbling is quite effective here, but Devin Walker secures the ball. Pass so far effective by Keystone Oaks. A deeper pass made there. So far, proving to be quite satisfactory to the play of Keystone Oaks as they tip the scale down quite heavily on Woodland Hills. Some ground is being made here by Woodland Hills, but it seems like Keystone has made an effective call there to knock the ball over the sideline rather than lose the ball, as the goalie was wise to secure the net. Although, lost potential there as Woodland Hills misses a lineup that could have been very much in their favor. Less than 50 minutes ago here on the first half of this match. And man, oh man, how satisfactory has the play been by both teams.
Number 16, Connor Abrams.
Connor Abrams, number 16, is now in the field as substitute for Woodland Hills. Ball goes over the sideline. And number 7, Jack Radigan with a throw-in. The dribbling here is absolutely phenomenal by Keystone Oaks, as they've quickly gained the ball, brought it down to Woodland Hills side. Ball is now just barely in the field. Right there on the corner. Ball is still in the field. It's between Woodland Hills. Defense there temporarily, although they lose the ball to Keystone Oaks, and Keystone Oaks has now the advantage of having all the players in the right place to receive this pass. It is a matter of effective dribbling here to maintain the ball in Keystone's favor. And so far, it seems like Keystone has a good head on this matter as they bring the ball close to the penalty box area. Butler attempted to gain the ball there, but got tripped up. And so far, it seems like midfield, Keystone Oaks has positional advantage as they take it back yet again to the penalty box area of Woodland Hills. And they have a potential lineup here. A pass that could have been very much effective for Keystone Oaks. missed. In that moment there, the positions of Keystone Oaks in midfield really worked to their advantage. Not only that, but the dribbling technique by the offense, as well as the defensive mindset and the passing really proved to be beneficial, as they weren't making any knee-jerk reactions there to make any attempted goal shots. They took their time with the passing strategy, and as you can clearly see, they are doing just that yet again. And so far, so good for Keystone Oaks. And so far, they have tipped the scale quite heavily onto Woodland Hills' side of the field. Although Woodland Hills now regains the ball. Clearly, an offsides there. Could have slowed that roll down just a little bit more in order to receive that ball. But understandably so, as an offensive player, you sometimes get lost in the mindset of just gaining the ball and lose focus of the exact lining of the oppositional team. And that results often in an offside. So Woodland Hills losing the ball here. Seemingly a little bit too spread out from where the ball is located at, which can work to their advantage if they regain the ball and manage an effective passing strategy. Because ideally, surrounding the ball is not usually an effective strategy. It's usually counterproductive. So far, Woodland Hills in the penalty box area on the side of the net there. Although it seems like the audience has interpreted that as a goal, but unfortunately for Woodland Hills, that is not the case. As the ball managed to hit the side of the net there, Keystone now in possession of the ball. Less than 10 minutes to go. Score remains 0-0. And man, what a game it has been so far. Within just the first 30 minutes of the game. A pass made and broken by Woodland Hills as the ball reapproaches midfield. Woodland Hills back in possession. Loses the ball to Keystone. And a slide tackle, which the ref heavily disapproves of, and gives the ball over to Keystone Oaks. And it's worth keeping in mind, Keystone Oaks is one of those teams that once they start scoring, they don't stop. Last time they played was back in October 4th, and they scored by quite a large margin, 7-1. And as we've seen in previous games, one goal can go a little bit too far, as it can end up with 2 goals, 3 goals, 4 goals, 10 goals. You put the number in there. But same case for Woodland Hills as well, as Woodland Hills knows how to widen the gap there in the scoreboard. But so far, both teams going head-to-head with each other, and it appears to be effective gameplay here by both teams, as the score is 0-0. Though now, it seems like the common denominator here is that Keystone Oaks is taking possession of the ball the majority of the time and brought it back down to Woodland Hills side. Excellent grab there by Devin Walker.
Reminder, last call. Raffle baskets in 50-50. Last call.
Devin Walker with a power kick and broken by Keystone Oaks. Ball just scraping the penalty box area. So far, the passing, it's very much executed with great judgment as Keystone Oaks is bringing it back down and bringing it back to midfield to gain more ground and divert the attention of the defense and offense by Woodland Hills. So far, Woodland Hills has possession of the ball. How long can they maintain it? An attempted pass there, it looked like. Woodland Hills losing the ball. Butler with an interception. But a slide tackle that has knocked down a player from Keystone Oaks. Just roughly 5 minutes ago here on the first half of the game. And I'm looking forward to seeing what we have to see in the next half. But of course, that reception was not as planned as it slapped into the face of Kyle Glantz. Well, like a trooper, he's walking it off. And with the remaining bit of his fury, kicks it over to midfield. Ref calls offsides on that one. Five minutes ago. And, of course, naturally, we have a halftime report coming up after this half of the game. So don't go anywhere. I want you guys to see the pink collar shirt I'm wearing. And if you happen to have any pink on you, be sure to rock it anywhere you go. Be it to work tomorrow, school tomorrow, what have you. Because it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. We would like to bring attention to the dangers and as well as optimism of breast cancer awareness. Finding a cure for breast cancer as well as cancer in general, as well as bringing attention for the mere support of those that have the unfortunate illness. Ball just inside the penalty box area. Woodland Hills in a more confident position as they have ground on Keystone Oaks side, though that potential is squandered away, and Keystone Oaks has security of the ball. A mighty powerful kick back down to midfield. Ball just barely in the field. Now it's back in, heading back to midfield. Keystone Oaks has possession of the ball and loses it to Alvarado. And so far, Keystone Oaks seems to have optimal security of the ball. And more so as the ball goes down to them for the penalty kick. A mighty powerful kick. And just into the hands of Walker. Temperature just dropping ever so slightly down here. Wear a few layers. You're still capable of being sweaty. But it's not exactly too comfortable out here. So if you hear me shivering a little bit, you know exactly why. But nonetheless, it is senior recognition night for Woodland Hills Wolverines. And man, we have quite a number of seniors here, as well as National Coach Day. Special shout out to Coach Christopher Conti, Ken Thomas, as well as, why not, Athletic Director Angela Frank and Trainer Bob Freund. Ball over the sideline. Throw in by Woodland Hills. And so far, so good for the Keystone Oaks as the ball heads over the sideline. Nevertheless, down close to the corner of Woodland Hills. Woodland Hills has a throw in. Though the offense here seems to be gaining ground for Woodland Hills as they have made an effective pass. A pass attempted to go to Alvarado. Broken there. They have a chance, and that chance has been flatlined by Keystone Oaks. I had to catch my breath there. Alvarado makes a deep pass. Less than a minute to go. Roughly 30 seconds. And of course, we have a halftime report, so be sure to stay tuned for that. 20 seconds on the clock. Can Keystone Oaks or Woodland Hills make something of this? Devin Walker in possession 15 seconds ago. Do the countdown with me. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And that's it for the first half of the game. And just like the clock there, the halftime score is 0-0. All right, now let me just get myself in front of one of these cameras up here. So I can look at you beautiful people on the other side, and you can look at my beautiful face. No, I'm just joking. I'm not that conceited. Woo! Okay. Whew. And you know how I always ask this question, guys. How you guys doing? Let us know down in the comment section down below. Let me just line myself up here. How you guys doing? All right. Oh, man, what a game it has been so far. We have entered the halftime, and of course, this is the halftime report. Maximilian here with Roxamore Sports Broadcast, and it is a beautiful night here. October 6th, senior recognition night for Woodland Hills. So special shout out to tonight's seniors. And special shout out to tonight's guests. We have quite a number of guests here in the stand. You can't see it on the other side of the camera, but we have quite a bit of fans here from Keystone Oaks to watch these talented athletes that they have. They have quite a lineup of athletes, seasoned athletes on their side. We're really working to their advantage. The dribbling technique, I really have to admire the dribbling technique by Keystone Oaks, as they have not only lined up great passing, but they have also managed to keep the ball in the possession for the majority of the time, closer to the last 20 minutes of the game. It seems like they've really got a good reading on Woodland Hills, but Woodland Hills has been phenomenal at keeping the ball away from the goal box, as well as managing to block a lot of the shots made there by Keystone Oaks. It really is impressive to have so many seniors for the Wolverines, Woodland Hills Wolverines, as they have played this game so many times through so many years. They know danger when they see it. So they're able to get good passing when they finally get a good reading on their opponents. And so far, the passing strategy has been really, really phenomenal by Woodland Hills as well, as they have had a few clean breakaways. But unfortunately for them, they have sometimes mismanaged the position rather, as they have had over 3, if I'm counting correctly, 3 offsides so far in this game. But the record speaks for itself. The record is pretty balanced, it seems like. It doesn't seem like. It actually says, let me just take a reference here at the record. I gotta just look at my notes here. Okay, so the record is Woodland Hills has a record of 5-6, and Keystone has a record of 6-5 with 1 neutral game. They did tie earlier, and Keystone actually had quite the beatdown. Well, actually not quite the beatdown, but delivered the beatdown last week to their opponents with a victorious game of 7-1. Now, Woodland Hills lost, unfortunately for them, to South Park. It was a 0-1 game, but Woodland Hills has really had enough time to kind of practice and get a good idea of how to make these passes to their team. And it has really been showing tonight, as they have been making very effective passes. Now, unfortunately, it seems like they have managed to spread themselves a little bit too thin when it comes to being in the right possession throughout the whole field. It seems like for Keystone Oaks, it seems like they are a little bit more clustered when it comes to the offensive positioning, which has been really working to them gaining the ball for the majority of the last 20 minutes of the game. Whereas Woodland Hills, they're spread out. They're smart not to gang up on the ball and, trying to gain the ball too much as a cluster. That's not really an effective strategy. That's something typically we've seen in middle school, elementary school when we were first learning how to play soccer. But high school, now these are seasoned athletes, so they know the rules of the game. They know effective strategies. So they are wise to spread themselves as not as thin, but they're wise to spread themselves throughout the field. Now, it's absolutely imperative for me to mention the dribbling technique by Woodland Hills is absolutely where it should be. They have gained the ball, but it's just a matter of at this point, it seems like the skill sets are pretty balanced. It seems like, from what I'm looking at, it seems like the athletes are quite paired well with each other. You have the offense from both teams. They seem like they have played this game for quite a bit, and they know how to dribble the ball. But unfortunately, for one of them, somebody's going to gain that ball, and that ball is going to go in the net at some point. It's just a matter of when. And, of course, we're going to be seeing the second half of the game in about 5 minutes and 17 seconds here. And again, Roxamore Sports would love to thank all of you guys for joining us here on tonight's broadcast. It is absolutely a beautiful night here at the Woodland Hills Soccer Arena. We have a number of fans here, both parents, family members, cousins, as well as people just carrying the school spirit. And, of course, we have you guys on the other side with the best seats in the house. Of course, from wherever you guys are sitting, the couch, the car, whatever you guys are sitting, best seats, we're covering the game for you. And I absolutely love covering these games for you guys. So, again, we would like to thank all of you for joining us here tonight. And, of course, I'm wearing my pink. It's Breast Cancer Awareness Month. So if you have pink in your wardrobes, be sure to wear some pink, show some support for the cause. All right. But, yeah, absolutely phenomenal game so far. Very intense. It seems like the ball is just about in anybody's possession. It seems like it could be anybody's game. It's too soon to say who truly has the advantage here, but if so far we can't argue with the record, we can't argue with the results. It definitely seems like Keystone Oaks had possession of the ball for the majority of the time for the last 20 minutes of the game, but a little bit of the coldness got in my throat there for a second. But it definitely seems like Woodland Hills is making a comeback here. It seems like they're getting the ball a lot more on the Keystone Oaks side of the field. It's just a matter of getting that passing strategy down, and so far they have managed to get good passing back and forth with each other. About 3 minutes away from the game. So I still got more things to tell you guys. But anyways, so for you guys that are just now tuning in, the game is between Keystone Oaks and Woodland Hills. And so far the score remains 0-0, which is usually a sign of either, it can kind of be a boring game. But in this case, it's not a boring game. In this case, it's a sign of both players absolutely phenomenal skill sets going against each other, neck to neck, and it's just, we're neck and neck rather, and it just, it just really proven to be a phenomenal game. Stay tuned with us. We'll be back in about 3 minutes. We're going to go to commercial break. We'll see you guys pretty soon.
Pull out the large blue ticket for the Pick football package. 05000749. 05007.
Everybody know about it. Soul Pit is what's happening in and around your city. Soul Pit is on the internet and around the globe. Soul Pit is on your block and in your car. Soul Pit is in your ear. It's in your hair. It's everywhere. Soul Pit is the latest news, hottest styles, culture, education, information, and more. It gets you ready for things to come. Hey kid, you know what the Soul Pit really is? It's a little something extra for your soul.
Hi, welcome to Fit for Boxing Club.
Here at Fit for Boxing, you'll find a fast, fun, and effective workout where you can burn up to 1,000 calories.
Come try a free class at Fit for Boxing, where beginners are always welcome. It's fun for the whole family, people of all ages. Old or young, it doesn't matter. In addition to our trainer-led workouts, we also offer private lessons, community fundraiser and team building events for local companies and more.
Hi, my name's Mario. I've been a member at Fit 4 Boxing for a little over a year now. If you need to get a good workout in, come to Fit 4 Boxing, and Rich and his staff will take care of each and every one of you.
Fit for Boxing Club is located in Hampton Township, just outside of the city of Pittsburgh on William Flynn Highway. Come learn how to box and have fun. Call Fit 4 Boxing Club at 412-213-3584 or visit our website at www.fit4boxingclub.com.
Hello and welcome back, everyone, to another wonderful night of boys varsity soccer here at the Woodland Hills Soccer Arena. Should be an interesting game here in the second half. Looking forward to seeing what we got here. And so far, a little bit of a huddle discussion here between the two teams. If you notice, Woodland Hills has definitely taken on a more offensive, formation than last year, but it seems to really be working to their advantage. We have entered the second half of this game, and for those of you that just now tuning in, it is Woodland Hills playing against Keystone Oaks. Let me just take a little look at the record here, just to get you kind of refreshing up. Got my papers out here. Okay, so Keystone Oaks is 6-5, and just about the opposite of that, a dyslexic kind of view, is the Woodland Hills record, which is 5-6. Now tonight is quite an effective night for either team, whoever comes out the victor tonight. As this night is one for the books. And of course, so far, so good for both teams, as the record, well, not record, but the score rather, is 0-0. And that ball goes out into the trees. Let's see. Woodland Hills with a throw-in. Down into the penalty box area. And Keystone kicks the ball over to midfield. Right now, Eves makes the pass. And, ooh, so close. Woodland Hills had a chance to gain that ball there and proved to be a nightmare for Keystone Oaks. However, that all changed. Keystone Oaks seems like they have this ball pretty secured, though they are losing grip of the ball, as Woodland Hills seems to have changed up the strategy here in the second half of the game. Keystone with the field kick here as they kick the ball down, and further she goes into the penalty box area. And they lose the ball temporarily. It seems like they have re-secured it, though, as it now just scrapes along the sideline here, and over the sideline it goes. Throw in by Keystone Oaks. Keystone Oaks takes back the helm, but not for long. And again, it is senior recognition night, so special shout out to Elon Butler, John Bauer, Yves Agbodo, Ethan DeCrosta, Jack Radigan, Kyle Glantz, Michael Alvarado, and Chris Crivy. Congratulations, gentlemen, for coming this far in your high school career, and we wish you the best of luck. And what a phenomenal shot that was, and excellent blocking there by the goalie of Keystone Oaks, as his eyes were focused on that ball, and he was in the right position to catch it. And my, oh my, looks like Keystone is gaining some ground here as the ball goes over the sideline. And Woodland Hills does not have the throw-in. Rather, it is Keystone with the throw-in, number 22. And so far, they have a wide advantage here, as they have enough athletes spread out to successfully receive these passes. And over the sideline. A kick made to the penalty box area, but kicked back out. And Woodland Hills back in possession, but they lose it. And a slippery attempt to secure the ball. And athlete Butler temporarily down, but back up. Perhaps motivated this time to really get back at the opposition there. Right now, Jack Radigan with the ball makes the pass down to Alvarado. And ball over the goal line. Giving Keystone Oaks the goal kick. And goal kick has a mighty good distance right there as the ball returns back down to midfield. And a pass is made over to Walker. Walker kicks it back to midfield. And so far, this could be just about anybody's ball, but it looks like it's Woodland Hills. At least it was until it went over the sideline. Now the ball goes to Keystone. Number 22 with the throw in and tosses it over to the right. The 24. And an effective break right there, but not an effective breakthrough by Woodland Hills as they lose the ball, and Keystone regains it, though it doesn't make it past midfield as it's kicked over the sideline. And throw in by Woodland Hills. Excellent break, interception there by Keystone as they temporarily have the ball, lose it to Woodland Hills. Butler just struggling to get the ball here. Ivan, actually I stand corrected, Jude Fossum. Jack Radigan with the throw-in. And tosses it over to Butler. And it looks like it's Eves that takes back the ball and kicks it over. Butler. And that ball goes over the sideline. And throw in by Woodland Hills. Back over the sideline it goes. Same script, different paper. Eves Butler. Actually, not Eves Butler. Sorry about that. Ilon. It's Ilon Butler. Passes the ball over to Jack Radigan for the throw-in. Alvarado. And ball just outside of the penalty box area. Now inside, and a pass just over the goal line. There was some juicy potential there in that nectar, but unfortunately, that fruit has not been squeezed. Goalie makes the goal kick. Ball gains some traction, but is broken there by Woodland Hills as they take the ball. The ref blows a whistle, pushing Keystone Oaks down on the field. That ball is heading over to Ivan. Ivan headbutts it out over the sideline. Giving back the ball to Keystone. And Butler has the ball, but for how long is the question. And passes it over. And ball over the goal line. To which it does not work to Woodland Hills' favor as they don't get the corner. That ball is headed over to midfield and was seen by no one. Oh, and seems like Keystone might have a chance here to gain this ball, but they don't. They lose it. And secured by their goalie. Ball headed back in their direction as Woodland Hills approaches the penalty box area, but effective gameplay by the defense. Number 7 manages to kick it out of the park. Ball just over the goal line. Nothing positive comes of that one. And just outside the penalty box area, now inside, but ooh, back over the side. Over the goal line, rather. Woodland Hills with another corner shot, though. They have a chance here to line this one up and land what would be the first goal of the evening, as the score is now 0-0. As we have less than 30 minutes, 29 minutes to be exact, on the clock here on the second half of the game. And so far, it seems like he has the right mindset to get that ball in the penalty box area. But the defense is quite thick as they manage to block that pass and bring it back over to Woodland Hills side of the field. Back down to Eves. Eves kicks it back over to Keystone Oaks. And man, oh man, the tables have turned. It's for the first half of the game. We saw Keystone Oaks with most of the possession in the last 20 minutes of the game. And now it seems like Woodland Hills has changed something up with their strategy as they have gained the majority of the ball here in the second half of the game for the first 20 minutes of the second half. Now, can they maintain this momentum that they have right now is the question. And can they make anything of it? And the question goes vice versa for Keystone Oaks as well, as surely they're going to... There we have it! The first goal of the evening! Caught me off guard. Beautifully done there. How about that? By yours truly, the one and only Michael Alvarado.
Woodland Hills goal by senior captain Michael Alvarado.
Ah, man, what a fantastic thing for him to happen. Got a little bit tongue-tied there. What a fantastic goal there for him to happen here on Senior Recognition Night. He certainly will be recognized for being the one to score the first goal here this evening. So now the score is 1-0 with Woodland Hills in the lead. Although, can that table turn as well? As now Keystone is motivated to make sure that gap doesn't happen and to make sure Woodland Hills does not come out victorious this evening with just 27 minutes to go on the clock. As we know, Keystone Oaks is no team to rest easy on, as you must stay absolutely vigilant with such talented athletes as they are gaining speed in the ball over the goal line there, giving Woodland Hills the goal kick. But for those of you that missed it, first goal of this evening made by number 30, senior Michael Alvarado, team captain. And right now, Keystone is absolutely looking forward to making a vehement mark here as they bring the ball down to Woodland Hills side. Unfortunately for them, they lose grip of the ball. But fortunately for them, they also gain the ball here in this field kick. Now, it is absolutely possible that he can land a goal from such a distance. However, it might be more fruitful for him to make a pass. And it seems like he is aiming to do just that, make the pass into the penalty box area. Oh, and he does exactly the opposite as he passes it over and into the hands of Devin Walker. But a sound decision there by Keystone to make such a pass. Now, of course, as motivation goes, both teams are riled up set to excellent defense there. And, oh, so close. So close. As the ball just scrapes past the goal box and over the goal line, but not into the goal. With the utmost confidence Keystone had with the goalie to catch that ball, that he lost grip of it, and that ball skidded past, fortunately for Keystone, past the net. Ball over the sideline. Ball getting thrown back in the field. And a little bit of contention there, but now the ball is free. The question is, who has this ball? Walker with a less than expected kick there. Attempted to kick that ball away, but it veered off. Not too far from him. Fortunately for Woodland Hills, that ball went over the sideline. And fortunately for Keystone, they have ground here on Woodland Hills side, but not for long as Devin Walker takes back the ball. And ball is heading back to midfield. Bouncing back over to Keystone side. Ball just outside the penalty box area, but secured by the goalie of Keystone. Ball into the hands of the goalie. Keystone has a sigh of relief as the offense has lost the pressure there. And so far, it's just a little bit of a head volleyball there as they bounce the ball back and forth, but nothing comes of it as the ball heads over the sideline. Woodland Hills with the throw-in. And back over the sideline. And ball is just outside the penalty box area, now inside, and so close. A good attempt there, but the lining of that shot was, of course, as you saw it, off. Another big sigh of relief for, of course, Keystone Oaks. As Keystone Oaks makes his kick down unintentionally, passing it down to Woodland Hills, but it seems like Keystone Oaks has regained the ball. Luke Philistine, number 8 for Keystone Oaks, is now on the field here as a substitute. And man, oh man, what a powerful name that is. Woo! Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what to make of that one. Got 2 athletes down, but fortunately, the referee has made a quick call there and gave the ball over to, of course, Keystone Oaks. And man, this could be a deadly shot here. Oh, but too much juice on that kick there as it goes over the goal net. Ah, man, anticipation. It can be really, just setting you up for a heartbreak there, you know? 1 second, you're riding high on adrenaline, and the next second, it gets deflated. But nonetheless, amazing pressure here by both teams as they are now stimulated to make something of the last 20 minutes here in the game. As the score is only just a 1-goal difference. And quick feet there by Keystone as they secure the ball. And just 20 minutes on the clock. And while it is National Coach Day, we want to do a special shout out to all those that encourage these athletes as well. That be it parents, friends, acquaintances, of course, you, the fans, here carrying the school spirit, as well as the family spirit, ball over the sideline there. But special thanks to you for carrying these athletes thus far, especially for tonight's seniors. As they are here in their 4th year of high school, we wish them the best of luck as they go forward for Woodland Hills and, of course, Keystone Oaks as well. Number 7, loses the ball. And looks like Keystone Oaks has changed something up in their playbook as they now have the ball down on Woodland Hills side of the field. And the passing, so far, a tad bit rusty, but not too shabby. As they are making these passes, and they're connecting, gaining ground bit by bit as they approach the penalty box area. And so far, so good. And, ooh, Walker catches the ball. Although that shot wasn't too close to the net as it was, but nonetheless, good distance on the ball. Had it just been just a little bit over and Walker not there, that surely would have went in. Unfortunately, we do have a player down on the field. He seems to have regained himself, and he's back up. He's going to hop off. Surely they are going to call a substitute here. It's number 16 from Keystone Oaks. Wishing him a quick recovery. But nonetheless, we've seen him. He is a phenomenal player. And surely that is a pretty good blow to Keystone Oaks, but they have a good lineup here, a good resource pool of talent. So they are hopefully not too devastated in the performance tonight as they have the ball yet again, making a pass just outside of the penalty box area. Now they have penetrated through. They're in. They can make a pass here, and that pass could be very deadly. And, oh, just outside of the penalty box area. The lineup was certainly there, and the eyes were all locked into the right places. It's just a matter of just the odds, and Woodland Hills managed to keep that pressure out of the penalty box area. Though now it seems like the 20 minutes of the last, the first half rather, the last 20 minutes of the first half, where now it is Keystone back in majority possession of the ball. Although it seems like they did lose a little bit of ground here. Woodland Hills, so far, keeping good pressure on the offense. As you saw Butler with good block in there. Ivan loses the ball, but maintains a good enough blocking for Woodland Hills to distance the ball a little bit. And ball just scraping outside, and I spoke too soon. Now it's outside of the sideline. Jack Radigan with the throw-in. And unfortunately, we have yet another athlete down on the field. That is number 1, Ilon Butler, also known as Lonnie. But excellent support there from the team, nonetheless. But while we're talking about people being down a little bit, we do want to bring attention to breast cancer awareness as it is October. So if you have pink, by all means, wear pink throughout this month to show support or to honor those that have fallen to the unfortunate illness. And in for Woodland Hills is number 9, Kevin Agbodo. I know that family's going to kill me tonight because I keep mispronouncing their name, but I swear, I know how to say it. I just can't say it. The pronunciation's just not with me tonight, guys. But nonetheless, no shine off you guys. You have proved phenomenal players over the past few years that we've been covering you. And it truly has been an honor as a commentator to watch these athletes grow. Jack Radigan here with the throw-in. Ball just outside the sideline yet again, but nothing too devastating as we got 16 minutes on the clock here with 1 goal over nothing. Woodland Hills in the lead. It's not too far off here. Now, there is a chance that, it really depends on the referees here, but there is a chance that if Keystone is to make a goal here, and what is to come of this? What is to come of this? Ball is lined up and secured by Keystone Oaks. Now back to what I was saying, though. There is a chance here that Keystone Oaks can land a goal here in this 15 minutes, here in the second half, and tie up the game. Or there's also a chance that Woodland Hills can widen the score just by another goal here. But well, let's see what we got here. A pass to Devin Walker. Walker kicks it back to midfield. Oh, I spoke too soon. I misjudged that ball's direction. It went over the sideline, barely before midfield. But, yeah, if this game is to be tied up, the referees have a likely call for the golden rule, which is an extended few minutes added to the game, should the game tie. I believe penalty shots are a thing of the past for even high school games, not just Major League. But we shall see what the referees call here. Less than 15 minutes ago here on the clock. And ball over the sideline. And tossed back in by Woodland Hills. Keystone has possession. The maintenance, so far, so good. Oh, they lose the ball there just by a tivvy. Nonetheless, less than 15 minutes ago, Woodland Hills riding slightly high, not too high. Don't get carried away. But they have a chance here to come out victorious, as well as Keystone. A lot can happen in just 15 minutes, of course. Now, we can talk about devastating blows to the score here. We can talk about Keystone potentially landing 4 shots up in 13 minutes. Somewhat unlikely, but they can at least get a goal here to tie up the game and possibly 2 goals here to win the game. And so far, based on the strategy by Keystone, it seems like they certainly do have those odds in their favor, as well as Woodland Hills, as they gain back the ball, bring it to the penalty box area, and, just lose it slightly. Player down, but not injured, as they lose that ball, gaining more ground for Keystone. But Keystone loses that ball, but surely they did not lose the potential to line up a shot here, as the ball is still down on Woodland Hills side of the field. Woodland Hills with a throw-in. And a beautiful kick to the sideline, I gotta say. Added power, but didn't have the right direction. Nonetheless, we got another over the sideline there. But don't let that hold you back, as Keystone is gaining ground outside the penalty box area. Now they're inside. The breach is ineffective. The ball heading back over the sideline, and oh no, it's not. It's still in the field. From my position, it's Sometimes that ball blends in with the white lines on the sideline, but can't argue. The ball is in the field and alive and well in possession of Keystone as it is. They lost some potential there. I gotta say, Keystone had the potential to line up that shot, but it seemed like they hesitated a little bit. It is Keystone with the field shot here as they line it up and kick it to the penalty box area. Look at that. Deflected, though, by Eves as it bounces off his head back down to midfield and just barely around midfield, now in midfield, now back over to the side of Keystone and over the third sideline. But nonetheless, so far, so good for both teams as the ball is going back and forth. Like a tennis ball here. As the ball heads back down to Keystone. But not too far in, not too far in, as Keystone now has possession of the ball with the throw-in. And ball is right to Jack Radigan's feet as he attempted to make a pass there to number 20. That is Jude Fossum. But that pass was a little bit too powerful as it went right over his head. And right there, number 9, Kevin Agbado. And no one receives that ball as it just hits grass. Now we got 10 minutes and 5 seconds to go. Woodland Hills with the field kick here. And kick brought by John Bauer, a senior team captain. Now less than 10 minutes to go. He makes a deep pass here, and it's just over the goal line, fortunately for Keystone Oaks. Woodland Hills, though, somewhat approaching more of a comfortable position as the timer runs up. But nothing to be too cocky about, as this could turn around rather fast within just even the last 10 seconds of the game. But we shall see. And a pass incomplete. Temperature dropping just a little bit here, but we still actually, my eyes are online. I mean, we have actually more fans here in the audience than before. So the team spirit for Woodland Hills is certainly there, as well as Keystone Oaks, as a number of their support is here as well. And shout out to any of you viewers rooting for Keystone. And, but as I was saying, any Keystone fans here joining us on the Roxamore Sports broadcast, we welcome you. And those of you watching for Woodland Hills, of course, as always, we welcome you. Ball is just about in Keystone's possession here. It seems like they have a good level head of where to take this ball at and who to pass it to. And so far, the passes are connecting magnetically, but the defense is absolutely just ganking the offense here. And can something come of this? And a little bit underwhelming there. But nonetheless, a good attempt. And back to midfield. Ball is being adroitly dribbled here. And over the sideline it goes yet again. Number 22 here with the throw-in. Throw-in made and successfully received by Keystone as they take the ball with an attempted shot. Although that shot is successfully blocked by Walker. Walker kicks that ball back to midfield. And what is happening here? And what is happening here? And what is happening here? And ooh, great block in there by Woodland Hills. But the rules are the rules. Woodland Hills kicked it over the goal line, which gives, of course, Keystone Oaks the corner shot. Can they land this corner shot? They got 6 minutes on the clock here. They can make it. And so far, so good. They have the ball in the penalty box area. And Woodland Hills kicks it away. Woodland Hills successfully puts the pressure over the sideline, gaining them more ground on the field. Ball received by Keystone. Jude Fossum makes a pass, and ball just scraping the sideline. What a kick that was by Jude Fossum as he put it over the sideline, breaking the pass. And here he is, Jude Fossum making the pass now. And ooh! And Ivan had the shot there a little bit. Well, not the shot, but he had the ball there a little bit, but physics argued with him and moved the ball over the goal line. But he was in the right position. And less than 5 minutes to go on the clock. Woodland Hills, should they land another goal here with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to go on the clock, this could be a nail in the coffin for the Keystone Oaks. However, if Keystone Oaks is to land a goal here, it certainly will tie up the game and likely will result in a golden rule game. That is a one-shot wins game, but we shall see what comes of it. Of course, there's the potential of Keystone landing 2 shots within 3 minutes. Certainly is possible. But based on tonight's performance, the odds are up there. As both teams have certainly put the pressure on each other. And the team reading has certainly been accurate. And what do we have here? And Walker catches the ball into his hands. Got a kick here by Woodland Hills. And if I'm not mistaken, it seems like we have a little bit of a break here. Some substitutes here coming on the field for Keystone, it appears. A little bit of a discussion here going on. Again, as always, Roxamore Sports would like to thank anyone that is here tuning in. And as a commentator, I don't know, I feel obligated to ask, how you guys doing tonight? You guys in sick? Guys watching for family members or just school spirit? Let us know in the comments down below. I love to read your stuff that you guys write. And yet again, Keystone back in possession of the ball, and the ball just about in the goal box area. Missed potential there. Could have been very ugly there for Woodland Hills, but Woodland Hills still looking at the ugly side, and a little bit less so now. Things are starting to pretty up for them as they take back the ball and gain ground onto Keystone side. But it certainly is a thing to get them riled up. Having the ball down that close to the goal. It's such a beautiful lineup. But nonetheless, ball had too much power on it and broke that potential for the Keystone to make that pass. And so far, it seems like Keystone has the potential to line it up again. A little bit less likely now, though, as the ball heads back down to the goalie and back down to midfield. 1 minute and 30 seconds to go on the clock. Woodland Hills with the lead of 1 goal over nothing. This can change, though. This can change. As 1 goal can make all the difference in the world. But so far, Woodland Hills, it's getting closer to being in a safer space. With just 1 minute on the clock, but not too safe, as it is Keystone Oaks with possession of the ball as they bring it down to Woodland Hills side to the penalty box area, and over the goal line. So close. 40 seconds, less than a minute. And what do we have here? This could be the game changer that Keystone Oaks was looking for. The ugly corner shot, and over the sideline, Woodland Hills takes back possession, but not for long, as they lose the ball, and over the sideline. And it looks like Woodland Hills has this in a pretty done deal. Say with me, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and that's game. Ladies and gentlemen, tonight's victor is Woodland Hills, with a very popular guy, gonna be, of course, number 30, senior Michael Alvarado. Oh, man. Ladies and gentlemen, what a game, what a game. Now, you know Keystone Eagles, the Keystone Oaks Eagles. It's no team to mess with. Keystone Oaks Eagles has a phenomenal record. They are able to certainly put the pressure on the opponents, and once they get a goal, they don't let down. They keep on pounding. But tonight, that was not the case, as Woodland Hills comes out as a victor, making them 6-6 on the record. Man, oh man. Love to watch it. Love to cover it. Let me get in front of the camera here. Ugh. Climbing over a balcony. I gladly didn't fall in front of you guys. But, whew. Guys, what did you think of that game? Let us know, as well as give some shout-outs to not just the athletes, but to the coaches as well, as it is Coach Recognition Night. Well, not Coach Recognition Night, Senior Recognition Night, and National Coach Appreciation Day. So, not just so much for the coaches. Don't just give the coaches all the love. Of course, give some of the love to the parents and cousins, friends, school spirit, to yourself as well if you're a good influence, associates, whomever is encouraging these athletes, these people to do better day in day. Because as a soccer player that is an Olympic gold medalist, Pittston, that sports not only makes you a better athlete, but makes you a better character as well. And that certainly is true, as we are here on Senior Recognition Night for the Wolverines. So let me just go through the list here. Special shout out to tonight's seniors. That is senior Elon Butler, John Bauer, Yves Agbodo, Ethan DeCrosta, Jack Radigan, Kyle Glantz, Michael Alvarado, and Chris Cribbett are tonight's seniors, and we wish them the best of luck as they go forward. Some of them have college in mind, some of them don't have college in mind, but nonetheless, we wish them the best of luck as they go forward with their choices, their careers, as well as their academics. Now, tonight was a phenomenal game as Woodland Hills comes out as the victor, 1-0, but they went against a very formidable team. They went against the Keystone Eagles, which is a team that is not only very powerful this year, but the year before that. If you can go on maxpreps.com, you can certainly see where they stand on the record. But, man, the passing strategy from both teams was just absolutely what you love to see. It was just connecting left and right. It wasn't always 100% perfect, though. The defense and the offense managed to do excellent blocking there that stopped a lot of goals from being made, as well as a lot of passes being made. But, man, it truly is something. You got to look at the, if you can rewind the clip a little bit, you can certainly see some athletes, they kind of hesitated a little bit when the ball was in the opponent's, when the ball was inside the opponent's penalty box area. They had a chance to kind of rush for the ball and kick it into the net. But if you can kind of rewind it a little bit, you can see that they hesitated, which cost them, unfortunately, the game in some cases. But yeah, that one goal, had Keystone Oaks made that goal, that would have been all the difference in the world for them tonight. But it is Woodland Hills that is going to be going in as tonight's victor, and their record now stands 6-6. Oh man, I don't know what else to say other than thank you guys for joining us here tonight. It's been a phenomenal game. I love covering these games for you guys, as well as watching these athletes from different schools grow up. Well, not grow up, they've already grown up, but to see them mature as athletes, as well as looking forward to seeing what freshmen have, the sophomores have, and the juniors have. I also want to bring your attention to a event coming up, coming on October 22nd. It is Roxamore and Rock's Landing presents Blindish, headliner One Eye, for the Rock Comedy Show, hosted by Izzy For Real. And this is coming October 22nd this year. If you go to the door, it's going to be $20 at the ticket, but you can also get it online if you head to rockcomedy.com. So be sure to check that out. It's rockcomedy.com for the Rock Comedy Show. It is adult content, but I got to tell you, it's fun. You can watch some of the clips online if you go to Roxamore Sports and Entertainment at YouTube. And if you look for the Rock Comedy Show, you can see clips from the past. And watching it on the computer is a little bit different than actually it's very much different than being there in person. So I recommend you go in person. So be sure to check it out. Look at the location and head to rockcomedy.com for more information. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us here this evening. This is Maximilian Keeper with Roxamore Sports. All rights, all reserved to our CEO and executive producer, Leon Rockymore. Any use of copied footage must have written consent in order to use it. You can get replays of this broadcast live and on demand on Roku, Apple TV, Amazon Fire Stick, YouTube, and Twitter. And for updated schedules, check us out on roxamoresports.com. Ladies and gentlemen, you guys are looking beautiful tonight. We'll see you next time.